Welcome to Gunkle Tarot. My name is Brian Griffin. I'm doing my VR video response to the hashtag my top 5 weird strange decks. But before we get into that, I'm going to do a quick update. I have not been online a lot. June is Pride Month, and as someone who came out in the spring of 1978, I've attended many a Pride event. I'm beginning to understand what Rue means when he says Pride is for the children. I mean, it's still for those of us who work to get it, but definitely a week of celebrations or a month of celebrations is far more than my current system is capable of dealing with. However, my partner was blessed to get into a situation where he could afford to cover the expenses of going to Toronto, Canada, my hometown, for 6 days for their Pride festivities. It had been a while. It's been since 2008 since I last visited for Pride. And so it was great to get back. We ran into some old friends, made some new friends, and it was overall good. But yeah, it's very exhausting. And my mental health progress is slow, and going forward, this sort of amount of people was a little intense, but we survived and we're back. So that's pretty much it. So my top 5 weird strange decks. I don't really have blood, guts, gore decks. They don't bother me. They just do nothing for me. It's like horror movies and slasher films do bother me, but horror and stuff like that. I think what I look at is my life has had more than enough horror, and I don't really need to see it anymore. But certainly weird or strange I have. So the first deck on the pile, not in any particular order, is the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. This is the Hay House edition. I did pick up their Muse Tarot and have since rehomed it. I love the Lightseers Tarot and her Sacred Creators Oracle. So overall, I like her work. It was just the one didn't work for me. These are not in any particular order. I'm assuming that most people have seen this, and if not, there are definitely walkthroughs up on YouTube, etc. And I don't know, anthropomorphizing animals, making them human-esque, often doesn't work, and it falls to the cute. And this reminds me, this deck's relationship to cuteness reminds me of the works of Patrick Valenza, who of course will show up later in the thing. They're not funny, but they're not, there's a humor to them, a humor and love of life, etc. So this has it, and I like this deck. I work with it. It's not one of my top 5 decks, but it's a great deck, and it the creatures can allow it to be less intense for people because it's not a human, it's not them in the situation, which can be good or bad. So this is the first one in the tag, my top 5 weird strange decks, is the Tarot of Kirk. And Kirk is a quilted rubber chicken. I may have talked over it. The bang may have disturbed that. The Kilted Rubber Chicken. This deck is by Beth Solinon. This particular deck of hers is available to the Game Crafter print on demand. I don't regret buying it. I am a little annoyed by it. It has, unfortunately, Beth, despite the experience of publishing a number of decks, seems to have a problem with the concept of full bleed edge. Let's see if I can get on there. The pink on the edge that shows up on occasion. It's not a solid border on most of the deck, and it shows up either at the top or in some cases down the the side of the cards. It's a minor annoyance, and some people wouldn't even notice it, and some people don't care. And I'm perhaps being persnickety as someone who has the background and knows that Beth has the background. But aside from that, it is very definitely a fun deck. It's amazing how much expression Beth has put into Kirk. And so it's nominally an RWS deck to the extent that a tilted rubber chicken, who's the prime focus, can be. And it's fun. It's a fun deck. It definitely fits weird and strange to some people's definitions. So this is the Tarot of Kirk, the tilted rubber chicken. Available, as I say, print on demand from the Game Crafter. The second one. The next one is a very full system sort of oracle deck, and it is called the Inner Mask Oracle, and it is not being helpful. This is a print on demand version from the Game Crafter. Since I bought this, the artist, Cat Crow, has done a Kickstarter to do a traditional, large printing with, I'm assuming, gilded edges and fancy boxes, etc. When I asked her about the difference between that deck and what I have, she said there were very minor changes on a few cards, not extensive. So in this case, you'll see that the subject of the card has a inner mask, a mask facing inward. The deck has a major suit and some minor suits. There are no court cards, and it's available through print on demand. It was available in this black and white version as well as a more colorful version. I don't know if these are still available at the Game Crafter. If she's going to keep them there once the Kickstarter campaign has been finalized, but it's very definitely a weird and strange deck. And as I said before, of course, one cannot do weird, strange decks without mentioning the work of Patrick Valenza. This is the Deviant Moon Oracle, borderless. I always prefer borderless when that's an option. Again, I'm not going to do a complete walkthrough because there are plenty of them around. And as I said about the creatures deck, Patrick is not, to me, not scary. I know there are people who find this deck scary. It's weird. It's strange, it's warped, it's wonderful. There's a humor and life-affirming sense to all of Patrick's artwork. And so, it's not blood, guts, gore, it's strange and weird. Of Lucid Daydreams. That was a task he set himself to, after his midday nap, whatever his dream was, to get up and sketch, and he had a time limit, etc. So it's very reminiscent of his other oracles. I don't have any of his newest decks. I am on a strike. I will not buy more of Patrick Valenza decks until the long-awaited Oracle, Deviant Moon Oracle, is here, which hopefully will be soon. Patrick's artwork is really good. So those are my top 5 weird, strange decks, and I have some honorable mentions. I can't go without mentioning the other Patrick Valenza decks that I do have in with me. Bandon Oracle, Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle, and the Triunfo della Luna Paradoxical. I'm not going to go through those again. Pretty much all of Patrick's decks have walkthroughs, flip-throughs, and reviews. And then I have 2 other decks. These are going to be used for an upcoming Gunkel Post snail mail offering. This is called the Yummy tarot. I'm not going to do a complete flip through because I'm trying to keep this video short. And it's more humorous than anything else. And again, that's me. I'm not going to go through all of it. But this deck and the next deck will be used, I believe, in the September. I believe they're using this for my September Gunkel Post mailing. And there's a lot less RWS with it simply because of the style and the nature. But it's cute. And I made sure to place my order through in the May Tarot Oracle deck sale that Game Crafter had. And so that tarot will be paired with the Wicked Egg Oracle. Put that over here. So there's an egg. I guess I'm just going to have to pull this back. So there's an egg, title, drawing, and then a key phrase. Putting eggs all in one basket, candy-filled egg, dinosaur egg, all about the past, good egg, hidden egg, and yes, I'm skipping, a rotten egg, oof, a speckle reading egg, awareness of patterns and signs, thrown at the house, undercooked, a unicorn egg, walking on eggshells. Again, in Gunkel Post, there will be one oracle card and 2 tarot cards matched up. I will do a reading and send the reading and the physical cards out to subscribers of Gunkel Post, which you can sign up to at gunkeltarot.com. Is my top 5 weird, strange decks with an additional 5 honorable mentions. Hope you found that interesting. Bye-bye.